Yes. Hello. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Let's see. Everything seems to be working. I think some light. Yes. Here we are. Oh, I hear my voice somewhere. What do I have on there? This. Yeah. Hello and welcome. Grimskull, are you live now or is it from yesterday's chat? Hello and welcome. Good morning to a chill stream where I'll be talking about video games. Ah, you're here. Oh my god. Grimskull, again, I have been trying to change the category on Twitch, and is it possible to do it with a command on chat? I don't know, I haven't been able to do that. So on Twitch it says that we were here together, but no, it's just a chill stream. Apologies. We can never have it 100% perfect. But welcome this fine Saturday morning. I mean, it is sunny, fine here. It's very, not too warm, but it's sunny here in Sweden. Apologies for my voice. I have been sick, but I'm better, so a few of those might happen. So, for today's stream, I was thinking we will chill, have our coffee or tea or whatever, drink, water, and talk about some video game news. There are some things that have been happening. And news, opinions, stuff. And see how many subjects we will cover. I have prepared a few things. I want to talk about Assassin's Creed. Full disclosure, I have played in total less than an hour of collectively all of all the Assassins. I tried the first one and then I played the one that it is, which I always forget the name, the buggy one in France Renaissance, but it was called, I don't even remember. I've talked about it before, but this is a new one that has been released, so we're going to talk about that. Then I have some news that I have published also on my own website about a Disco Elysium port on mobile. Then a 1984 themed game that was never published is available. I will let you know, talk more about it in a while. And then I haven't managed to read it yet myself, but we'll read it together. Split Fiction is like, it's going to become a film. They're going to make it a film. We will see. And talk about a bit Split Fiction. It's lunchtime here. I just had sushi. Oh my god, it was delicious. It was great. Apologies for my coughing. So it is almost 2 p.m. here in Europe, in this part of Europe at least. It's probably morning over there in the Americas. Well, not all the Americas, like the North America, US and Canada. And then I don't know. Anyway, I don't even gonna pretend that I know the time zones over there. I have my third cup of coffee. Erupt! Hi! Welcome. And I'm wearing Grimm's art design. So I'm wearing Grimskull. You know, it's like, how do you say? I'm wearing like Yves Saint Laurent today, or I'm wearing Chanel, or I'm wearing, you know, brand Gucci. I'm wearing whatever. I'm wearing Grimskull. It's a brand. It's a luxurious brand for the streamers, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna start with Assassin's Creed. And I know I have watched some reviews and some news in general, not in too much detail because I'm not like an Assassin's Creed fan. My boyfriend, he'll probably play it because he has been playing everything. His favorite, which apparently is not a successful one, but his favorite is Black Flag, the pirate one. He liked also the Greek version, the Odyssey, but he has played all of them. Valhalla from the beginning. Oh, he is an Assassin's Creed. Like, yeah, he is. I might need some strepsils or some tea later on. We will see how the voice develops. And I need to record the video later for a review for the other friendly channel. We will see. I will have to drink a lot of tea to soften up the voice. So yeah, I'm not the target group in a sense that I'm not going to play it, but you know, of course, I know it is a big game. What they have been talking about is like they have 1 million players already. Assassin's Creed Shadows crosses 1 million players within the first day. That's a good number, but then I want to investigate how it is compared to the other games. Another title says, I will share some screens here. Ubisoft needs more Assassin's Creed Shadow sales to succeed. Assassin's Creed. Okay, let me share this one. It's a good, interesting. Oh my god, I hate the advertisements, but okay, we can survive it, I guess. Let's go to. I'm gonna have to go here, but I don't have it's just something profound, I guess. But no, the ads. I mean, those websites. I'm sorry, those websites ask for ad blockers. You will see. You will share it. You will. And with your permission, I will go to an ad blocker. I understand. Okay, squirrel time. Okay. Let me put the web browser resource. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. The squirrel is about the advertisements. I understand in today's website business market, it's advertisements what you need to sustain a website business, right? I understand it. You have to pay the editors, you know, the writers, the servers, you know, the hosting, everything. It has some expenses, of course. I understand it, but this is ridiculous. It appeared also like a block. I mean, come on, how many? I mean, it's not readable, the article, and it's like those images which I don't know if they're even real or whatever. Anyway, it says that Ubisoft needs more Assassin's Creed Shadow sales to succeed. Assassin's Creed Shadows hit 1 million players on release, but that might not be a win for developer Ubisoft. Let's see what it says. Ubisoft, and the stock has dropped, announced that Assassin's Creed Shadows reached 1 million players on release, but that might not be the win investors hoped for. That's due to the extreme development costs that went into making the video game developers quadruple A title? I mean, come on. I think we have to chill also a bit, right? I think we gamers, I understand that quality makes a difference, right? The quality game does make a difference, of course. But can we just chill? I mean, back in the 90s or even the 80s, we had fun with video games, even though the graphics were not as it is. Yuri! Oh, you fixed the category. Thank you, Grim. I don't know why I forget. I think I did it. I think I was there and I fixed it. But anyway, Yuri, your phone is okay now. Kick is not destroying your phone, I hope. Yeah, back to the quadruple A. I mean, we have to chill. Even if it was like a triple A, it would have been a great graphics related game, right? I mean, yeah. Wait. Anything? I don't think it did anything. Did it do anything? Now you can hear me. I'm sorry. Okay. What was I saying? Why did I do that? I don't want to have the... Here is... No, wrong. Here we are. Yeah. While Ubisoft hasn't revealed the exact amount it spent developing Assassin's Creed Shadows, expert estimates, oh God, place it between 250 million and 350 million. Okay. With the standard edition of the game priced at $70 and most retailers taking 30% of sales, Assassin's Creed Shadows would need to move roughly 5.1 million units to break even on a 250 million budget. So yeah, okay. So I think we have gotten to a place where games cost so much, which of course the salaries increase. It's not that, but I think they're, I don't know. I'm not educated enough, so I would gladly want to hear more opinions or even like read more opinions about it. Yes, games do develop, technology does develop, people need to get paid for the time. The developers should be paid, the designers, all of course. I'm not questioning that. But maybe, as I said, a triple A is fine. Doesn't have to be a quadruple A. Is it quadruple? No. Okay. Okay. If 3 is triple, what is 4? Quadruple, not quadruple. Quadruple, of course. Double is 2 times, triple is 3, quadruple is 4. Next up is is it quintuple or tuple or tuple? Sextuple? Oh my god, octuple? No, nuple. Oh my god. Does anyone use them in the sentence? I mean, it must be very rare that you have to use. Why does I hate the advertisements. I hate the advertisements. A huge pop-up appear. I mean, come on. There are so many squirrels here. Okay, I want to talk about the video games that the development costs are going through the roof. So you can make a great game and pay your developers and maybe, I don't know, reduce costs on... then again, I don't know. I don't want to say something stupid, but okay, it's a lot of money. But then again, we know that the companies, they do spend 200 million or like anything between 50 million to 200 or 300 million for marketing. They do pay that for marketing. So yeah, I mean, I have talked about it. I have made a video about it, and Cyberpunk, like like games like Black Ops and those games, they pay ridiculous amounts. Ridiculous. I mean, they pay a lot of money for marketing, and it works for them. Sorry, it works. So yeah. Anyway, so according to the article that is full of advertisements. To be clear, these are rough estimates. They don't take into account the sale of special editions, which costs more than the standard $70 price tag. Also not include our players waiting for discounts. And also another consideration is the battle The Battle Pass in Assassin's Creed Shadows, which can generate more revenue for Ubisoft through microtransactions. So, 1 million players doesn't mean that they have sold 1 million units. The game developer didn't say these were sales, but rather people who play the game. That's because Assassin's Creed Shadows was included in Ubisoft Plus Premium on launch. This is the company subscription service, which costs $17.99 per month. So many have played the game without buying it. So, of course, I don't know how the subscription works, but I would guess that part of that subscription goes to that game. But of course, it's not the entire price tag. Yeah. If they don't renew their subscription after finishing Shadows, this could eat into Ubisoft's revenue. Makes sense. Okay, I don't want to read more of this one because this website is giving me a headache, and we spent already a lot of time here. Now, Assassin's Creed Shadows sales numbers. What do we know? I wanted to make a comparison. I wanted to find something that could compare some prices. So it was already confirmed on 20th March, the game's launch date, that Assassin's Creed Shadows already has more than 1 million players. I'm gonna introduce another squirrel here. Should I put some music? I would like to put some music. Let's put some music. Yesterday on our stream, I put some creator mix, lo-fi, and I think it was great, right? There is some music play. Grimskull, I don't know if you're still around. I think I need some help with the scenes. It doesn't have to happen now if it's too hard or not possible. The music plays in the background. It doesn't stop. I think I would like to reintroduce, because I removed it. We have a transition effect, which you have it on your scenes, on your Stream Deck, and Nemi has it on the Stream Deck. But I removed it, and I don't remember why I did that. So I think I want to have it back because it's nice. Anyway, but another time. I'm trying to clear my voice a bit. Okay. The music. I'm gonna go on. Let's see. New window. Yeah. I'm gonna go on Spotify. Creator mix. Did I put this one? It has a radio, which I don't know what kind of. Is that the one that I put yesterday? Is it good? Some chill? If you don't hear it, of course. Now you hear it. No. Why don't you hear it now? Now you hear it. Yeah, but it's too loud maybe. Let's see. Better here? Yuri, if you're still around, is the music good for you? I'm trying to hear from the stream, but I can't hear anything. Well, I cannot hear because I have the music tell me if the music is hearable. Not hearable. That's a very bad word. If you can hear the music or not. That's a very bad word. If you can hear the music or not. I think you can. There's some subtle music in the background. Okay, we will see. You will let me know if it's too loud or not. So, let's leave the squirrel. We definitely need a squirrel kind of action and some sort of icon that will appear when I lose, the subject and just hop into some other subject. Anyway, here we are, more advertisements on the side. And I don't have an ad blocker. I sometimes I use ad blocker, but I generally understand the need for advertisements. But can you just do it a bit more? But then again, they do make money from those horrible things. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let's see what they have to say here. It's not even 4 p.m. here in Canada, and Assassin's Creed Shadows has already passed 1 million players, read a tweet from the official Ubisoft account. I mean, I believe that. I cannot honestly believe that, but that doesn't mean, as I said, money, necessarily. Unfortunately, says this article from radiotimes.com, while we know that over 1 million players have jumped into feudal Japan, we don't have an accurate figure for sales. Ubisoft has likely chosen to phrase it this way, as it would include everyone playing via Ubisoft Plus, the company subscription service, blah blah blah. However, it's probably safe to assume that the majority of players have purchased the game on consoles or Steam. I mean, for sure, yeah. Not everyone does the subscription. I don't know what is the ratio. Is it like 50-50? 30-70? 60-40? Yeah. But yeah. But here is what I wanted to find a comparison, like to compare it with previous games. Assassin's Creed Shadows hit a peak concurrent player count of 41,412 on Steam during its launch day. This does mean, can they write a bit better? This means, maybe? Does mean, they want to emphasize. I'm very critical now, even though, okay, English is not my first language. And I know I speak well, but, after doing this journalism course and where they teach us how to write, I'm very critical sometimes. I mean, you don't need a lot of words just to make it more, fancy. Stick to the point. It's better, especially for online, where our attention span is like minimal, right? Yeah. Golden! I'll come over here because Kik is being ignored. What? He's ignored? No. Oh, you're here. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. It's like the restream chat. I'm watching the restream, and restream doesn't show the Kik chat. So, yeah, I have been missing. I would never ignore you, Golden, or anyone. It's on, but a bit low. Oh, the music, yes. You have reached technical support. We're currently on hiatus till everyone will make a note of this. It's okay, Grim. It's okay. I mean, it's not anything panic. It's more of like a wish. And I probably can figure it out how to fix it myself. But whenever. In 2 months, in 3 months. It's not yeah. But it's a problem that I don't see Kik chat on the restream, because technically, it should show everything. So I'm gonna do as I did it yesterday. I'm gonna split the screen. So I'm gonna do it like this, because I don't want to miss any of you guys. So I'm gonna make this smaller. Now, I'm sorry, I'm just reorganizing my windows here. The surfaces, the windows thing. Okay. It's on, but a bit low. Is it good low, or do you want, would it be good with a, let me take it up a notch. A bit, okay. How are you, Golden? How are you? Thank you for joining the morning chill stream. So back to Assassin's Creed. Now, yes, this does mean, says this writer here, that it has already beaten Valhalla's peak player count, although Valhalla, of course, launched on Steam later than on consoles. Okay. A more accurate comparison would be with Origins and Odyssey. Shadows currently sits just behind the peak of Origins and still 20,000 behind Odyssey's peak of 62,000 players. Wow. With the launch weekend now coming up, however, we wouldn't be surprised to see the game pick up speed and surpass both of these games. Could happen, yes. Of course, Assassin's Creed has always been a more console-focused series, true, and the majority of players are likely going to be on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. True, also. Sadly, with console players counts unavailable for the game, we will have to wait and see if Ubisoft releases any concrete data. So that means that the 1 million is the Steam and the Ubisoft Plus subscription, not including console players. Okay. So 1 million players in my world is it's a success in a way. But money talks, and they haven't spoken, or they haven't talked that much yet, I guess. They need to sell more, I guess, I suppose. We will see. And regardless all the controversy with the characters and whatever, people getting angry at it, I don't think that the majority of players really care. 1 million people do not care. They just want to play Assassin's Creed. Yeah. I was watching some reviews. There were some negative, there were some pros and cons, but I think it was on Gameranks YouTube. Anyway, it was like the common Ubisoft Assassin's Creed's pros and cons, as always, not anything controversial or out of the ordinary. We will see. Here, another article, Assassin's Creed. Oh my god. Reject all. Yeah. Assassin's Creed Shadows crosses 1 million players within the first day. What do they say here? Ubisoft? Is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft? I say Ubisoft. Is it the European versus... I don't know. Ubisoft has just announced that Assassin's Creed Shadows surpassed 1 million players on the first day. The official Assassin's Creed account on X has just posted it's not... Okay, yeah, we saw that. Assassin's Creed Shadows had to undergo several delays before releasing today, March 20. So that was Thursday. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the franchise, if you don't know, is the franchise's latest entry, taking players to feudal Japan. This time you play two characters, Yasuke, the legendary samurai, and Naoi, the stealthy assassin. I think that Naoi is closer to what the Assassin's Creed is, and Yasuke is more like a warrior. Which, if I were to play it, I would take this character because I like, to just go and shoot people, brutal force. But I was watching a review. It doesn't have the same, I guess they have made him like that. The stealthy assassin character, the woman, Naoi, has all the characteristics of the classic assassins, the parkour. Whereas Yasuke is not as good in parkouring. Yeah. Golden, you wrote in Greek. Ήταν λίγο χαρή να σου λέμε τα μάτια καλά και εξακολουθείτε να κάνετε streaming. Thank you. The translation is not 100% accurate, but of course it's expected with Google Translate or whatever. So you say that you're happy that you see that I'm doing fine, and that I keep streaming. We keep streaming. Yeah. Thank you, Golden. Thank you for your kind words. Um, so yeah, in general, what I wanted to mention and talk about Assassin's Creed is that yes, there are a lot of players playing, but we don't know yet if it's going to be a success, and we have to compare it, with the previous games. So this one was more. I really like this one that says a more accurate comparison would be with Origins and Odyssey. So Sadus is just behind the peak of Origins and behind Odyssey. So yeah, we will see. Not all games. I mean, I was surprised to see that Black Flag. Many say that it flopped, that it was not a good one, even though I know that Grimskull also and my brother, they loved it. Maybe it's like very niche, those that they really like the pirates, like this one. And even Valhalla, I know about Valhalla that people played it, but it was like 150 hours and it was repetitive and it was like, I don't know, boring, I would say. But people played it because, if you like something, you like something. I don't know what it is with Assassin's Creed. Anyway. Can I just go to the next subject now? I haven't written it in my subject to discuss today, but you know me. If I start talking, I usually never stop. So, speaking of 150 hours, it has been, I'm going to Google, see if I can find an article and read this. But it has been discussions about, can we have like smaller games? And by smaller, I mean shorter duration. Like, does every game have to be like 100 hours? Come on, we're getting older. We are parents, or we're just getting older. We don't have the same capacity or the time to play a game for 100 hours. I mean, when I was in my 20s, when we were in our 20s or teenager years, but 20s, I was mostly when I was gaming the most. No responsibilities, or even if we had some sort of responsibility, okay, we had to do this and that, we didn't care. We ignored the responsibilities. We spent a lot of time playing I mean, I could game for 8 hours and I wouldn't go that back. When Skyrim came out, I was together with my boyfriend. We didn't have our son yet, so we were no children. Yes, new games entail too much dedication, exactly. But when Skyrim came out, a great game, okay? Like, without a doubt, a fantastic game. A big game also. I don't know how many hours. How many hours is Skyrim gameplay or whatever? 34 and a half hours in length. That's okay. That is decent. But what I wanted to say is that it was like a global phenomenon. Still playing Diablo 2. Fantastic. So, when was Skyrim released? When was Skyrim released? It was 2011. Oh my god, I was like 32. I was 32 years old. I have been living in Sweden for a couple of years. We had some responsibilities, of course, but I was working from home. I was freelancing at the time, so I was very flexible in schedule. I didn't have like a 9 to 5. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that this weekend, it was a weekend. I think it was on a Friday that was released. I was gaming the entire weekend. Like, my boyfriend had to bring me food to eat in my computer because I forgot to eat. Like, it has never happened for me to forget to eat or to not pay attention to my hunger. It was such an amazing game, and it was a global phenomenon. I think everyone kind of had the same experience because it was spectacular. Okay, there's no way I can do that now. Spend an entire weekend from waking up time to, I don't know, night to just game. My brain will not take it. I will get tired after 2 hours. So please stop making, dear developers. Yes, make great games. Make them smaller. Make them 30 hours is okay. Like, I have now the Dragon Age Veilguard gameplay hours. Main story 30 to 40 hours. Standard playthrough, story and some side quests 40 to 55 hours, which I guess that's where you need to go to have some levels and to gain level and be strong. That's enough for me. With the 30 to 40, that is great. 30 to 50, that's it, maximum. And I have been playing now. How many hours do I have on I have to start Steam to see. I am at the beginning and I have made like some progress, but on the first chapters still. It will take me 3 months, easily, 4 even. I wish more single player offline games were made. There are single player offline games. I mean, by offline do you mean like Veilguard? Oh, right, you mean that, without the internet. Yeah, that is true. You need to have some sort of internet to even to like authenticate, you mean. Yeah. We had that discussion. I think Nemi also was very upset about it. I mean, I think if you get it from GOG.com, there is like you can have the game, like own the game and not need it to authenticate somewhere, I think. But I don't know what kind of games, how many games they have. But yeah, and I guess it's a way, it's their way to fight piracy, which we're not gonna go there. I watched a great documentary, Another Squirrel. Swedish, it was a Swedish documentary, not a documentary, sorry. It was a TV show, it's a series, it was a program. But they made it, you could see it as a documentary because it was actually the story of the Pirate Bay, which is Swedish, and how it started. And it was about the two creators, then became 3, and then a 4th investor. It was the story and what happened in Sweden at the time. It was huge, and I was not living in Sweden at the time. I was in Greece. Okay, we knew Pirate Bay, but here it was a big thing because it was the ministers were involved, and then we had the Americans that they were involved. The what is it? MCMA. You know, the copyright, the companies like the Hollywood and all those, they came to Sweden and they say, take the website down, you know, but they were like, we cannot just take it down. They had to do they have to find them. They couldn't find them because they were computer geniuses. Anyway, it was a great story. I hope they make it in English because it was a great video, TV show. I was looking for an okay game to play on the plane when I went to Australia recently. Oh, but if you have like a handheld device, a Switch or something, or yeah, a Switch, you can play games on Switch, but you need a console, you need a Switch, let's say. Yeah. I don't know if Steam Deck works offline also, or even other handheld devices. You should be able to play some of them, some games, maybe not Diablo 2, maybe, I don't know. But not 4. Yeah. But you have to go console, I guess. I wonder what will happen how is it with PlayStation 5 if we don't have internet? Will I be able to play any of the games? Stupid question, maybe. Anyway. Oh yeah, I wanted to see how many hours I played. Played time 10 hours only. So I have made one I don't know, for the 55 hours. Okay. Less than half of the half. Not even half of the half. A bit less of half of the half. Yeah. We were talking about brain fog yesterday after the sickness, after the flu, that I couldn't even make some basic mathematic equations like addition. The brain is not working, and it happens apparently with flu, which okay, so I'm not getting stupider. Grimskull, don't say anything. Please, don't make any comments. Don't even think about it. Okay. It's so hard to find time to really do anything in a world of endless possibilities. That is also true. I think we have to take it down a notch. And what I'm trying to do, of course, I have a child also, and I would like to somewhat give a. Well, I'm the role model. The parents are the role models. Like the kids look up to the parents, and they do not as the parents say, but they do as the parents do. Really, that is what happens. So if you say something but you do something else, the kid will do as you do. They will say, you say that but you do that. Like, so, you know. So I want to do things so that he can take inspiration. So what I'm trying to say is that I have started reading more books, and like physical books and not just audiobooks. I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks, but I went to paper, like real books, so that he sees that and understands the value in it. And by him seeing me reading a book doesn't mean that he will go the next day instantly read a book, but it will, you know, imprint in his brain that it's good to read books. One is that I don't use TikTok. Okay, I have deleted it. I still have the account somewhere, but you know, I have put it to private. I don't even know, but I have taken it away from my phone because it is really a brain rot. And I told him there can be one fun video, like out of 10, one video could be fun and entertaining, but the rest is like crap. And he knows that. They talk also about it at school. Usually they pick the bad things the parents do. Yeah. Yes, it is true. I'm sorry. True. Yeah. So, I mean, when it comes to technology and stuff like that, I don't want. Of course, he plays Roblox and he's a gamer and he plays video games. I'm not going to stop him from playing video games. And the TikTok algorithms are going to. I mean, yes, it is. And not only TikTok, all of it, and even Instagram. I have tried to curate also my Twitter account. Yes. TikTok, it is very toxic. It can be very toxic. So I have curated my Twitter to follow, just to see as much as possible video games related news, you know, stuff like that. I'm also on Threads. I like Threads, you know, because still it's not monetized yet. And it's no advertisements there, no anything, you know. It can be also a bit weird, but I also try to curate and follow video game related news, journalism, like you could put like themes, video games, journalism, video game reviews, you know, streamers, but it could be a bit everything there. So I'm not following that too much, you know. But anyway, I'm watching a lot of YouTube. So that is what I do a lot on my phone. YouTube, besides work also, you know, emails and stuff like that. But I'm trying to take a step back from all the endless possibilities, as you wrote, Golden, and, you know, try to take it easy, because the kids, I don't want him and his friends, you know, to be teenagers and just be on their phones and scroll, which is hard to avoid it, but maybe we can help this generation now, the kids, the small ones now, so when they are teenagers, they don't get like overwhelmed, like into it, like maybe the current teenagers or teenagers 3 years ago. I don't know. People should be allowed to change values of algorithms in the social media space. AI could help with that. I mean, to some extent, it's like what you search for. The algorithm is feeding you. I mean, if I search for recipes, okay, but vegan recipe, let's take that, it will start showing me vegan recipes, and that's okay. But let's say if I'm curious about a horrible subject because I want to see what is happening, I don't want that new search to start feeding me also that horrible. Stick to the vegan ones, you know. Maybe, you know, curate your own. Say I'm interested in those subjects and just feed me those things. Just because I search for something doesn't mean I want to see it all the time. But that's the algorithm. Yeah. So we have Threads and we have Blue Sky there that they are trying I don't know Threads how. I mean, it is Meta after all. Anyway, Blue Sky, I don't know, it feels too indie. But I'm following the usual like Eurogamer, IGN, of course, you know. Let me see. But I have been active on Threads lately, and I have found, I mean, you know, gamers. I'm following gamers, people in their 40s, gamers, you know. Let's see, following. I have, and you can put themes, video games, gamer community, journalism threads, you know, news in general, video game reviews. That is my threads. And then Blue Sky. I'm following some Greeks just to see what's happening in Greece. Video games, video game news, video game journalism, game journals, tech journalists, you know, stuff like that. And I'm following. Can I see what I'm following? Where are my followers? Following. Here it is, my following. Game industry.biz, game designer archetype, Chris. Okay, yeah, companies, developers, Tiny Gaming. What is that? Award-nominated writer and narrative designer. So I'm trying to curate people that, you know, are in this world of video games. Then again, not all of them are what I would like to see. Sometimes I unfollow some if I see them that it's not what I'm expecting to read. But I'm trying to have, you know, all the... Oh, Steven Totilo, he's one of the good ones, I think. The reporter covering video games at GameFile. GamesView, I mean, all IGN, Wired, Kojima Productions, you know, Hideo Kojima, you know, Death Stranding, like companies also, you know, developers. And also, speaking of video game journalists, there are some good ones in the field, like that guy Steven Totilo. I think he's very objective. Then there is this other guy, let me find it, video game journalists, famous. I will put famous because I think they appear. Okay, Jason Schreier, I think he's not a journalist anymore. Wait, then we have Anita Sarkeesian, which she was famous in the Zeros because of her, what was it, female frequency stuff. Okay, I would say from the old videos she did with damsels in distress, maybe a couple of them were okay, but then I don't want to say anything. Of course I'm against it. I'm sorry. Of course I'm against toxic behavior from either sides, from everyone. Let's leave it there. We have Jeff Keighley. He's not writing so much anymore, but he did some nice series back then, which I wasn't aware that much at the time, but I found them in retrospect. He made some nice articles. The final hours of... So he did the final hours of Half-Life 2, for instance. He went to Valve and he made an interview and he made like a nice article about the final hours before the game was released, and it was very nice. And I found it on Wayback Machine, you know, the web archive, with pictures and everything. It was great, like those kind of articles, and those kind of things is what I'm trying to curate on my social media to follow. I have some also news in general to see what's happening in the world, but I'm trying to stay away from the two extremes of either sides, you know. And where is that? Okay. What is the journalist? He wrote a book now about Blizzard. Journalist that wrote a book. He has a name that I cannot easily pronounce. It is Jason Schreier. Yeah, it is Jason Schreier. I think he's a good one in the sense that he has been writing. I think he writes for Bloomberg now. So it's like he can write. now I'm talking about. Yeah. He worked as a news reporter for Kotaku from 2011 to 2020, and he was recognized for several investigative stories, particularly on the crunch culture within the industry. This is very good. But I think he has been going a bit sometimes, I don't want to become political, leaning too much, and it's not always about politics. I guess in the video game world it's money and corruption and I don't know, toxic also. I don't know. I don't want to say anything that might not be true. The thing is that even though what I want to say is that I might not always agree with what he says, but I follow. I want to see that opinion, and then I follow others that might have a different opinion. I mean, that's what we should be doing with all the news, I guess, right? Hear what this side says, and then hear what the other side says, and then try to make some sort of conclusion. We will never be able to know exactly the truth or what is happening behind closed doors. But he has written a book about Blizzard that is called Play Nice, and apparently he is revealing a lot of things that are good or bad. I don't know. People say that's a nice book. Why did I end up talking about this now? Because of the social media. Yeah, sorry. That was a big squirrel. It was a huge squirrel. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Give me a second. I just want to do a Grimskull again and again. Like, I'm referencing Grimskull a lot. Warm up the coffee, which as a coffee enthusiast, this is something you should never do. If your coffee is cold, you shouldn't drink it. Just make a new one. But now I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna drink it. So I'm gonna warm it up. I'll be right back. Wait, we have a nice be right back. Yeah? There it is. Maybe I should find a better saying over there. But anyway, yeah. I'll be right back. And I made also some tea. Where is it? Because with my sickness, I will be talking a lot about my sickness because this has been I feel like I'm going to be sick for like a month or something. Anyway, I have my coffee. I need to drink my coffee. But then again, tea is the best, for a sore throat, when you have a voice that is disappearing because of a cold or a flu or whatever. So ginger tea is actually, and actually, so this is like, in a tea bag, it's a ready-made ginger tea, but to get the real deal, the real ginger, and you know, like grate it. Is that what you say? And drink that like in a hot water with some honey. Oh my god, that was the best. It was the best. Let's see, where are my windows here? Yeah. Oh my god, Golden. Yeah, I have been talking so much yesterday when we were streaming also with Nemi. I have been sick. That's why I haven't been streaming for 2 weeks. We haven't been streaming for, I think, 2 Fridays now and Saturday. Which I wanted to stream because I have been sick with fever, like a very bad case of flu fever. You know, the muscle pain and coughing and everything. Yeah. Honey and lemon with, exactly, that's also good. But I want some flavor. Even I went to the doctor. I don't know how I managed to go there, you know, with medication. I was having fever. Well, not at exactly at the time, it came a bit later, but I was coughing so much, and he prescribed me like a anti-coughing medicine or some sort. And he said also, like, ginger, because it's soothing a lot. Do you know what else is soothing for the throat? Ice cream, which is good at the time, but then, you know, it creates more phlegm, is the word. George, hi! Your working might suddenly jump off, but I saw you live and thought I should say hello. Oh my god, thank you, George. Never ending working, George. How are you? I'm here talking about video games, and it was a while that I streamed on a Saturday. I did it like a couple of weeks ago, and I liked it. And if the schedule and life allows it, I would like to make it a thing. I don't know. I mean, I know that Grimskull is streaming usually. He's on hiatus, on a break. Yeah, exactly. It's I guess if it's not a milk, a dairy ice cream, it's better. You know, if it's like those sugary pops, whatever. But if it's like a dairy thing, because milk creates more like phlegm or whatever. Yes, George. Okay, hang in there. Go rest if you can. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, and usually when I stream Saturdays, I do it earlier. So maybe most of you guys are sleeping, unless you're Yuri. Yuri is awake, or I don't know, she wakes up sometimes early. But I timed it today with my son's play date. He's not at home, so I was like, okay, then some less distractions. But we wouldn't conflict with Grimm's schedule. No, I will do it like before, or not at the same time, of course, because it's his slot. It's his time slot. Just work only. Oh my god. Okay. Good luck with your projects. But yeah, I like having my coffee. Like wake up at around 10 local time, which is like, I don't know, 3-4 your time, you guys. Have a coffee, chat a bit about video games. Speaking of video games, let's move on to some other news, right? Because I have more stories for you to discuss today. So, I have also been working on my own website to create. It would be good if you guys tell me your opinion. I have some thoughts. Let's see what I decide. I have a website, which it's on a subdomain gamer.xirac.com, which my main domain is the one that I post about, you know, websites and Elementor and WordPress, stuff like that. I have had those articles for years. It doesn't really have that much. Well, it has some traffic, but I have it there. It's just stays there. I update maybe an article once every 6 months, whatever, something web development related, website related. But I wanted something that is dedicated to websites. As you see here, you don't see it here because I'm not sharing it yet. Now you can see it. So this is it. And George, if you see it, if you're still around, this website, I went for a theme, one of the standards themes. I didn't want to make so much web development work on this one. I just want a place to post my articles. I found this theme which looks nice, similar to what I have this one. So I'm gonna tell you the stories of those two websites, okay? And tell me what you guys think. Even though I have an opinion, I have an idea. So when I made this one, GameNewsBytes.com, I bought this domain. I realized that I have a hard time myself pronouncing it. Game News Bytes. I don't know if it's me not being English, if it's easier for you guys in English. Game News Bytes. You like the two banner on the main page? You mean this one? Play games, have fun. Thank you. Yes, it's cute. It's cute. I made it with Canva. Grimkel has made. Has helped me with the logo with the head here. Yeah. Thank you. It's cute. So before I made this one, so I had an idea. I wanted a place to write my reviews, but also I wanted to do an experiment to have a place to write news fast, in the hopes of attracting some traffic, you know. So I was like, okay, an RSS feed, maybe website where I curate or aggregate articles from other websites. Not cheating, like posting a small paragraph or writing maybe a couple of lines, but linking back to the original articles. Like this one. This is like a quote, and I have the link. After a while I stopped doing it because I didn't feel this is what I want to do. It was more of like an experiment. I want to write myself. I want to write original content, which takes more time, but maybe, okay, it will probably worth it more in the end, I guess. And if I write some reviews, then it is what we call like evergreen content. So anyway, and Game News Bytes makes sense. Game News Bytes, but I don't know if it's hard to pronounce it even for you guys that is English. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to keep this domain name. I definitely don't want to have a subdomain for this one, or maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know, because it is my brand. We will see. Or if I find a better name for the website. I was thinking Stories by X because of my initial from my name, something. But then Stories by X, maybe it might, I don't know, refer to something explicit, like I don't know. The name is catchy. Yeah, the Game News Bytes. The Game News Bytes. Yes, it is. So either find a completely new where I will consolidate in a way, which I did kind of, because those articles are old. This is like from September, and I have written some original articles here as well, which I copy pasted them here. I moved them over on this one. This is where which one? This is the one that I want to keep. So because those are just links to other websites, and it didn't really do anything in terms of traffic. So either I keep the domain name and Game News Bytes and use this layout. We will see. I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided yet. This theme is kind of good and clean and everything, and it has a place here to have 3 feature articles if I want to keep them, and then it has this one which is okay, it's standard, and then posts from Twitter. Then it has those moving background, which, George, I don't know if you're still around. I haven't found where the fuck this JavaScript is. Where is it? Or is it has to be JavaScript, or is it some CSS moving, or whatever plug in something. I haven't figured it out. I don't want you to figure it. I know you have work to do. I'm just mentioning it because I noticed it afterwards, because it doesn't load up initially, because it could be cute, but since I have been studying for accessibility from my work, for web development accessibility, moving things are not good for a certain for people that have, I don't know, some sort of accessibility, special accessibility behaviors. I don't know. If you have like ADHD, I don't know. I don't have. Yuri says that I do, and probably I do, but I'm joking. I don't know. People with some like cognitive sensitivities, is that a good word? Might find it like annoying and distracting. So I would like to remove it, but I don't know how, where it is, what the fuck it is. I will figure it out. Or find something. There are many that are similar like that, in that sense. I like it's clean, and then you can make it dark. You can have a dark theme. Even on dark theme, those things still float in the background. It could be some CSS even. I don't know. It's some geometrical shapes. I don't know. I want to disable it. I have been reading the documentation, but I haven't been able to find it. And even if I put like a background color, it still appears. I think it's like it's on top of the background. Anyway, enough with that. So anyway, this is my website for now, where I post gamer xsiraku.com. I think I have it on my link somewhere. I can put it on Discord maybe, if you want to check it out. Let's see, where would it be best to have it? We have game suggestions, stream and quotes, clips, games, tech, art, fun. I will put it on tech. Maybe not games. I will put it on games, clips, quotes, game suggestions. I'm gonna put it on tech for now. For lack of maybe we make a news if we have the need for it later on. We can have a news section, but for now I'll put it under tech. Better channel. I will share my video games site here. I have some reviews and some news. What I wanted to talk about, what do I have first on my list? Disco Elysium port, okay, which is kind of related with the social media and TikTok and all those things that we talked about a minute ago. So, do you see this? Is it? Yes, Disco Elysium, which is an RPG, an adventure game. I want to play it. It is on my list. It is on my to play list. Will be reimagined on mobile devices to target TikTok users. I wrote this article when I saw the news somewhere, and I wanted to write about it. So, psychological RPG, Disco Elysium. Let's see a bit what is Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium. Let's go on Wikipedia just to get like some general idea. It's a 2019 role-playing video game developed and published by ZAUM, inspired by Infinite Engine era games, particularly Planescape Torment. The game was written and designed by a team led by Estonian novelist Robert Kurvits and features an art style based on oil painting with music by the English band British Sea Power. So it takes place in the seaside district of a fictional city still recovering from a war with a foreign nation and current occupier that occurred decades prior to the game's start. Players take the role of an amnesiac detective who has been tasked with solving the murder mystery. During the investigation, he comes to recall events about his own past as well as current forces trying to affect the city. It is a non-traditional role-playing game featuring very little combat. Instead, events are resolved through skill checks and dialogue trees via a system of 24 skills that represent different aspects of the protagonist, such as his perception and pain threshold. Okay, you get it. So it's an RPG. Yeah. Not an action RPG, a role-playing video game. Okay. So, it's a very small image. Just to see some pictures to see the gameplay. Gameplay, images. It looks like this. And it is, I would say, dialogue heavy, also, like it's a lot of discussions, I guess. So it's that style. So it has been on Windows. What they want to do now, so Discalism will be reimagined on mobile devices to target TikTok users. Speaking of TikTok, we talked about the algorithm, but another thing of TikTok and those and social media is the short span attention thing. That's, So, this version of Disco Elysium will be more than just a mobile port, as the developers will adapt their gameplay to offer shorter bursts of gameplay suitable for mobile devices, and particularly, in the studio's words, to captivate TikTok users who deserve to have a rich and meaningful gameplay experience as well. Mobile gamers will be able to engage with the title for a shorter time and get the same deep storytelling. At least that is the developer's goal. The game will be released on Android in June 2025, and the first 2 chapters will be available for free. I don't have an Android, so I won't be able... Hi, Nemi! Nice to see you. So it made me think, okay, cool to offer like a mobile port for the mobile users. Death Stranding offers the game on iPhone, right? But to target the, as I wrote here, is bringing their psychological RPG to mobile devices, targeting on-the-go gamers. Like, they want to make the game for people with shorter burst of gameplay, which it was like weird to me. I don't know, am I too old? Am I getting too old to understand the new generation, or something different out of my own ordinary? But it's like, are we just making people actively trying to offer things that make them have shorter and shorter attention span? I don't know. Then again, at least if they are going to target this type of users, then at least offer something quality. It's a good game from what I have seen and heard and read. I haven't played it yet. I want to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you were talking about how games were too long. Yes. However, it's a different thing if the actual gameplay is... If I need like 30 minutes to finish a quest, it is within my time span. But if they want to make these 30 minutes of finishing like a quest to make it a 10 minutes quest, then they make it a shorter burst of gameplay. But the entirety of the game, if it's like 100 hours, then that's too much. That is what I meant, like the total thing, but not like... I want to be able to play for like the... Do I have an hour free? I would like to play it. I don't want to be able to need 100 of those 1 hour slots free, but maybe less. But yeah. But I get it also. It is but then I get your point, because it is also good for busy people, not only the youngsters that have shorter span. For me, I get it, and you're right, actually. If we have shorter free time, less free time, then okay, that is also a valid target group of users. The busy people that want the same experience, a deep, a meaningful gameplay experience on a shorter time. So yeah, it could work both ways. Yes. Yeah. No, but I liked your input, Golden, because it made me think that, you know what, maybe it's not a bad thing after all. I shouldn't be too hard in... How long have I been on? That's a very good question. Oh my god, I'm closing to an hour and a half. It like sometimes I start talking and, you know, I forgot to speak. I was a few minutes late. I started streaming at 1:30ish, 1:40 p.m. our time. So I didn't went live at 11 because my son is away on a play date with his friend, and he would go at 1. So I was like, okay, I will time my stream when he's away. And it's good because the mom picked him up. His friend's mom picked him up because they were in the vicinity, and I suspect that they will drop him off also. So I don't have to do anything. So it's good. So now that I think of it, it could be easier for me to play this game like that also on mobile because of my lack of free time. So maybe that's a good thing. So maybe, okay, you see, that's a good one, because now I was very fast in judging. I was very judgmental on the TikTok users. But if they marketed this game for busy people with a lot of responsibilities and minimum free time, then I wouldn't think of it as a bad thing. You see, so it's how you package it, the whole thing. Yeah. You went for a swimming pool. Okay, yeah. Well, the weather is not. It is sunny. You could go, but the water is very cold. But there are those that they go swimming all year round, even in Sweden. Yeah. Yes, there are. Kids like them. My son likes it also. It's just that, oh my god, it is a bit tiring, to be honest. But it's fun to be there. Actually, I like to. But it's okay. We have to prepare, get clothes. I find excuses now. It's my excuse day. Okay, so this is one new. It would be interesting. If I haven't started the game on my computer by the time the mobile version is released, then I don't have an Android. I have an Android tablet. Let me see, maybe it works. I would give it a shot there. Yeah. Yeah, crazy people. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to a different news. Yeah, on my side again. So I found this article and I wrote about it. So there is a 1984 themed video game that was cancelled in the 90s and is now available for download in 2025. Look at that. I was crazy. So Media X, a video game studio from the 90s, worked on a never-published 1984 themed video game called Big Brother. The game was cancelled in 1999, and as reported by Polygon, we can check it out there also, it was due to the company losing the license of 1984. Now, almost 25 years later, the game has resurfaced and you can download it from the web archives here. According to an interview from 1999, the game is in a first-person perspective. Is that correct, English? Should I edit this anyway? The story continues after the events of the 1984 book, with the main character Eric Blair going on virtual adventure somewhere in a European city. I mean, I don't know. It looked very mysterious. So, oh my God, this is an archive on archive.org. A copy, a CD. This is how we used to play video games back then. So Big Brother, you can download it here. Big Brother is an unreleased game developed by MediaX between 1996 and 1998. It was a pseudo sequel to George Orwell's book 1984 and endorsed by Orwell's estate. MediaX would cease updates on development of the game in late 1999 and would shut down altogether in 2005. This build is an alpha demo build from January 4th, 1999. While it is a demo, further levels and logic from the full game are present within the files. Okay. And this is a Polygon article. Found it very interesting. But is the game done? I read your article before Monday, so you post. Aha, okay. The game, I understand that it was not done. You mean the 1984? It looks like it's a demo or like an alpha version. Yeah. So, at one point in the late 90s, now defunct studio MediaX was developing an inexplicable video game sequel to 1984. Blah blah blah. It was cancelled in 1999 and considered lost media until a demo appeared online over the weekend. An alpha build was uploaded to Internet Archive along with instructions on how to get the game working. I found... okay, if you're aware of downloading random stuff, the Internet, the Lost Media Wiki has done a great job of compiling gameplay footage and screenshots alongside the known history of its development. It was a great story. Actually, it was very cool. Okay, let me... no. Yes, I do that almost all the time. Or I use Brave. So, the game premises is based on George Orwell's 84. Okay, that is okay. 1984, though the plot is slightly different from that of 1984, with a corrupt regime that's crumbling even more than in the book. Taking place where the book left off, players control the character Eric Blair, tasked with rescuing their fiancé from the thought police through 12 levels. Each one apparently 5 hours long. Nemi, how about we play this game as a puzzle game? Cut down from an original count of 60 levels. Oh my god. Big Brother was developed by MediaX. They had bought the rights. So they bought the rights to use the Big Brother name to make a game in its universe. At that point, the company was 2.5 years old, and this was their first game. The game was first announced in a press release on May 28, 1998, saying it would release in late summer to early fall. MediaX described the game as a combination of the detail of Riven into the real-time world of Quake. Okay, Riven. Why do I know this? Anyway, company president Nancy Portner told Game Week that they had planned to keep original content development, marketing, and distribution in-house to reduce costs. They had also said that the game was 70% complete, and the game was also said to be based on a design by Douglas Gayton. Big Brother was showcased at the 1998 E3 trade show, expected to be released in September 1998 with a $30 retail, $29.95. So in 98 game, how would that be in today's money? Or like inflation wise? Anyway, that sounds like a big price tag. I mean, some games do cost $30 now. Anyway, the game won Best Interactive Product CD-ROM Entertainment at the 1999 Satellite Awards. Like a CD-ROM. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, I have the articles, the links on my article if you want. I didn't want to copy paste it on my article, but it looked very interesting. It looked cool. 5 hours and not even finished. It will take us at least 10 hours. Yes. So if we're ever out, if we're out of ideas of games, let's have that as a backup plan. Then again, it might take some time to figure out how to play it. Installation instructions. If running on Windows 11, the game has to be installed manually by copying both the brother and Blender folder to your C drive. From there, extract. Okay, well, it has some guidelines. Oh, when launching the game, do not enter full screen until the cutscene, which can be skipped by pressing any button as played. Game can be installed conventionally using the given installer in Windows 10 and Macintosh using Wine and a glide wrapper. No instructions are available for running on earlier operating systems at the time. Anyway, okay, yeah. I mean, as you said about going swimming, it's very tiring. So true. I'm lying on the couch and I might fall. Yes, because it's not only the fact that you have to prepare, clothes for both you and your kid and everything, and change. Just the fact also being inside the water, it's very relaxing at the time, but it's like rejuvenating, but also like in a sense, now I'm going to sound very philosophical, some sort of relaxation, rejuvenation and cleansing of the body, in a sense that, okay, now I need to rest and just let me sleep, something like that. It takes energy to warm you up. Okay. What happens if you go full screen before that? I would guess it crashes. So it probably crashed. So that was the other article. The other thing that I wanted to talk about. I have one last thing before I call it a day for today. And I don't know what time my son will be back, but I'm also a bit on the standby. If something happens and I have to go get him, of course I will have to go and get him. Yeah. But we have time for one more news article. And this is about Split Fiction. Split Fiction is Swedish. It's a Swedish developed game. I know that much. And I didn't know that, actually. I saw this article from Eurogamer. What we have been playing vegetarian games, and I was like, what is a vegetarian game? I want to say Slice and Dice Android. I don't have time for this clickbait. Oh, they called it Assassin's Creed Shadows because it's too dark to see anything. It's like that Game of Thrones episode all over again. I saw that. I wanted also to show you this. So yeah, it's probably very dark. Anyway, Split Fiction. So Split Fiction. This is the PlayStation page. It's a co-op. I don't know if you can play it online, but you need two players. You have to play it. And apparently it's very good. I was a bit skeptical because it's a game that has all the game genres in one. Like you play two, let's see, Split Fiction. Okay, can you just say what it is? Okay, in Split Fiction you play as either Mio or Zoe, two aspiring writers who are chosen to take part in an early test of a machine that will bring their stories to life. And it's like they get combined together, so one writes like fantasy books and the other writes science fiction books, sci-fi, so they get into this magical world together. They get trapped and it's part of their books, and one level could be like a fantasy apart from the fantasy book that one has written, and one level is a sci-fi level and the stories from the book that the other characters has written. So that character knows what they have to do. Whereas if it's a fantasy, the fantasy writer knows what they have to do to win the stage, the level. And what I have seen from reviews, from videos on YouTube, is like one stage could be like an arcade kind of a platformer, different genre, video game genre styles combined. So that made me skeptical, because it's not like an RPG, an adventure RPG, or like an what did I say now? Action RPG I meant, or an adventure point and click, or FPS, where okay, I'm gonna play an FPS game, and you have your mindset to that. It combines many things. Yeah, it says here, and they have made the game It Takes Two, which I haven't played that either. So it's from its plethora of varying gameplay types, such as twin stick shooter, a pinball-inspired puzzle platformer, and in one instance, a hot dog simulator. To its dazzling graphics and believable character dialogue, Split Fiction is looking to not only be another standout title in a year full of promising releases, but something that anyone who's looking for a fun and unique local multiplayer game should pencil in on their gaming calendar. Sorry, yeah, okay. So it is that kind of a video game, which is okay, fun, and apparently people say that it's very good. So okay, cool. So this is what Split Fiction is all about. Here we have some screenshots, advertisement, of course. This is that, a fantasy world. You get the idea. Now, what I wanted to talk about, where is this article? I found it. This is my RSS feed, my own RSS feed. Did I close it? Split Fiction. Okay, I'm gonna find it again. Split Fiction movie. Okay. Yes, I found it. Reject. Split Fiction movie in the works. Bidding war begins for rights to adopt hit video game. Exclusive by Variety. A film adaptation of Split Fiction, the hot new co-op game from It Takes Two developer Hazelight Studios, is in the works, Variety has learned. So sources at the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco have confirmed that media company Story Kitchen, led by the team that shepherded It Takes Two into a film project now set up at Amazon, is putting together the film's cast, writers and director into packages. Offers for the rights keep coming in from multiple top Hollywood studios. So we might be seeing a film out of it. Now I wanted to see... no, It Takes Two movie lands at Amazon. When was that? 2022. Oh, it's like an... it's like an animated... What do you call that? The stop motion, is that what it is? Anyway, you get it. Hazelight Studios. They are Swedish. Stockholm. Hazelight is a video game development company based in Stockholm, Sweden. Founded by director Joseph Fares in 2014, the company is best known for developing cooperative multiplayer games. A Way Out. Oh, my camera died. Of course. That is my cue that you stop streaming. And by camera dying, I meant that the battery died. Grimskull, do not say anything. It is a never stopping Or you, Nemi. Don't say anything. Hi. There we are. You can see also my... Oh, well, never mind. There we go. Now we have it. Yeah. Is that how you have been reading? Have you been able to read the entire text? Or have you been... Ah, okay, it gets the text that you need to read. Okay. Yeah. So A Way Out, X2 and Split Fiction. Yeah, so they are in Stockholm, Sweden. Yes, you're laughing. Yeah. Those are the stories that I wanted to talk about today, actually. And I have been streaming for close to 2 hours, which is... It goes smoother when it's in daylight and when I'm more like alert and awake and not after 9 p.m. But it was fun yesterday also. It was very fun, actually. It went very well, the stream with Nemi and the puzzle, the video game that we're solving puzzles. So, with that, I'm going to start the countdown of saying goodbye to you, good friends. It is almost 3:30 in the afternoon here. Well, at least it's good that I have a webcam, right? So that I have a backup. Now you can see some clothes in the back there, but yeah. And I have been cleaning. I have been cleaning today. Oh. I haven't been cleaning so much here, obviously, not this part. I have been rearranging a bit my Funko Pop. Anyway. So, let's see. It would be nice if we can have our Saturdays mornings like this, you guys. I enjoy streaming, having my coffee, tea, whatever, and hanging out with you people and talk about video games and, you know. It went well after my catastrophic stream. No, it was... It was not a problem. And I don't think it was your computer either. Maybe because you had something with your firewall. Maybe your firewall did something. And so maybe it was not the capacity of your computer. But maybe the firewall was blocking something. Remember, I had at some point doing, and it was my fault. I had some settings on that when I was starting a video game, it cut down the internet, so I couldn't be online. But it was me. I did the setting. It was a software setting. It was not the capacity of the computer. But anyway, yes. So, but yeah, it went well. Now I think I need to rest a bit my voice because I'm hoping of recording this video for the other channel. As I said, I have a review to make. I'm working on a review on a video game, which means I need to be able to speak, which it hasn't been yet video game review voice material yet, but we'll see. But thank you everyone for joining me. It was fun. And George, Golden, Grim, Yuri, Erupt. Who else am I forgetting? Someone. All of you friends. And yeah, mental note that the Kick chat, we're not ignoring you, but when we stream, we use the Restream chat app, and sometimes, not sometimes, it seems that the Kick chat doesn't go through on the Restream. I don't know. Our support is on a break. No, it's okay. We will. Maybe I think it's a bug because they did some updates, so it might solve itself in a while. So yeah. make sure to follow us. We have just below me, you know, our handles. Instagram. Yeah, we have. I mean, I didn't post there that I'm live, but Twitter and YouTube and our Discord. Where is our Discord? It appears occasionally. Yes. Join all the craziness between the streams. Join our Discord. I'm just gonna copy paste it again. Oh, I couldn't. There we go. There we post. So mostly there, and on Twitter X, it's where we post our schedules and when we are going live next time. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. I wish you a great weekend. Take care and see you next time, probably next Friday. Bye bye, everyone.